Hello, League. It is I, your commissioner, here to go over the Week 2 recap. Yes, many of you have been asking for it. I said I'd get it out by noon. It is officially 12:13 p.m., so I apologize for being slightly tardy with this. If you know me, you know that this is actually pretty early for me. So, without further ado, the Week 2 recap. I would like to begin with a matchup that consisted of two very high-scoring teams. Luke Bonomo's 137 points to Pat McCann's 111, ignoring decimals, of course. Look, I got to give credit where credit is due. Luke put up 137 points, and he got 0.6 out of Cortland Sutton. He got 5 out of his defense, but everybody else showed up. And by everybody else, I mean Amon-Ra St. Brown, a man who never should have fell to the second round, Devon Achane, Travis Etienne, Tucker Kraft, yes, Mr. Kraft Cheese himself, 18.4. Drake May, despite my shit talking, Drake May has shown me to be a viable starting fantasy quarterback. And Luke Bonomo took advantage of wide receivers falling to him in the second round. He took advantage of Devon Achane falling to him inexplicably in the third round. And he put up 137 points. His team might be a problem. Now, can Luke overcome his own curse demons? Well, we discuss this every week, to be determined. You make it to the championship twice, you don't win, it stings. But is this a team that could get back there? I kind of think it can. It's early. It's very early in the season. It's not even midway. It's just midway through September. So many things can happen. But on the flip side here, a man who had a great week but ended up losing by 26 points, Pat McCann. Look, Justin Jefferson's been a little underwhelming. J.J. McCarthy has not looked great. I understand he won week 1. Carson Wentz could actually be an upgrade for Justin Jefferson in terms of points per game. Jameson Williams with 108 yards on 2 catches. Deebo Samuel played pretty well. James Cook annihilated the Jets defense. Just watch that tape. It is disgusting. Nick Chubb, a man who runs slower than me maybe, managed to get 13.2. Harold Fanon Jr. did decent. I mean, would he have liked to have started Brock Bowers? Actually, no, because Brock Bowers only put up 3.8 points. So credit to Patrick McCann here. He started the right guys. He just had a tough week. 111, losing by 26 is tough. A lot of credit to Luke, credit to Pat. Take those weeks where you score high points. You know, 8th place this year in the playoffs is most points. You could be 0-15, 0-14. If you have the most points, you're getting into the playoffs. So take your wins, take your points, and congratulations to Luke on this victory. This was a well-earned victory. Now to another high-scoring matchup, the second highest-scoring matchup of the week. Waddle Baby Waddle, John Tui versus Richie's team. I won't stay on YouTube. Look, Tui had a great week from Malik Neighbors. Russell Wilson turned back the clock. He was throwing dimes. The Dallas defense is an abomination. It was not enough for the Giants, unfortunately. Jaden Daniels got him 20 points, but he is hurt this week. George Pickens played well. Jalen Waddle, despite my shit talking, played well. Chase Brown was a little underwhelming. James Conner played as James Conner does. He gets his double digits and goes back to sleep. And then Seattle defense even played well against Aaron Rodgers. 2 interceptions, 3 sacks, you know. Not the fortunes of my football team when they played Aaron Rodgers, but be it as it may, it was a good week for Tui with 120 points. He got his much-needed victory. He's 1-1. And Richie put up 100 points and lost, but, you know, you take it when anytime you score 100 points, you expect to win. Did 25% of Richie's points come from his kicker? Yes. But you don't apologize for that. Jalen Hurts only got him 11. Puka Nacua, a man who somebody else in this draft probably should have taken, got him 19 points. Chris Olave did not get a concussion. He did have 54 yards. And Emeka Ibuka showed himself out to, once again, be a wide receiver who appears to be damn near startable every week. So, you know, Richie's got a team here that I think, you know, if he starts Ken Walker, this is a 2 or 3 point matchup. So you take your 100 points, you lose, it happens. Richie joins Pat in the woe is me bucket, but you take your victory when you get them. You take your 100 points when you get them. I know Mr. Tui is not complaining. Congratulations to John on getting to 1-1. Now we're going to get into some of the lower scoring matchups. Now, this was not a terribly low scoring matchup. Dylan Pugh put up 89 points against Matt Stokes' 82. I will sound the alarm a little bit that Matt is 0-2. He does have the Antichrist at quarterback. The problem right now for Matt is that anybody not named Bijan Robinson and Matt Prater doesn't score double digits. That is a problem. TJ Hawkinson being irrelevant is a problem. 82 points can't expect to win with it. It was almost enough against Dylan this week. It just fell short. Stokes, I think, will get back on track. We'll get more into the preview and the power rankings on tomorrow. But this right here, 82 points. You want more from Ladd McConkey. You want more from Terry McLaurin. DK Metcalf only had 20 yards. He had a touchdown. He only had 20 yards. I mean, the yards on these guys for some of Stokes' players, he'll be the first to tell you, it's just not good enough. So, look, it's early. He's 0-2. There's plenty of time for him to rebound. And if you're Dylan, 89 points, you get the win. You take what you get. Ricky Pearsall, 5.2, fine. He had 56 receiving yards, -4 rushing yards. That happens. Christian McCaffrey does Christian McCaffrey things. He scores over 15 points. Chuba Hubbard is proving himself to be a high-end RB2. Trey McBride catches a ton of yards. Does not score touchdowns, but a lot of yards. I wonder if the A.J. Brown alarm is starting to go off because Jalen Hurts doesn't throw the football. Bo Nix redeemed himself with a nice 20-point game. And look, 2-0 is 2-0. You get the 7 wins in this league, you make the playoffs. So take your win, get out of town. Stokes, rebound next week. Dylan, be happy with being 2-0 and take your lumps when they come. But for right now, 2-0 is 2-0. And speaking of 2-0, we have a man who many of you, including myself, did not expect to be 2-0. Dark pits of despair, Chris Gazzaro just edging out Michael Russell. Russell, I'm sorry about Omarion Hampton. I would have taken Omarion Hampton if he fell to me. Thank you for taking him instead. Very odd week for Russell here. He had 33 points from Jared Goff. He had 15 from Saquon. He had 11 from T. Higgins. And he had 10 from Detroit. Quick math on that is like 65 points of his 86, which means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys contributed for about 15 points. That's tough. You expect a little bit more from some of your guys. Dalton Kincaid, Will Lutz, Travis Hunter, Marvin Harrison Jr. It's been tough. Russell's 0-2, and I expect him to rebound. As I say for everybody, especially former champions, 2-time champions. I expect him to rebound, but 86 points in a loss against Christopher, that is tough. And I will give credit where credit is due to Christopher. Look, Lamar Jackson got him 26. Jamar Chase got him 22.5. Even though Jake Browning is now the quarterback, I don't think it matters much. Did he draft Mike Evans in his first bad year? Probably. Did he take Aaron Jones Sr. and kill him? Probably. DeAndre Swift, though, got him 10.9. Will he start R.J. Harvey? Will he not start R.J. Harvey? That's a question everybody is wanting to know. For right now, I don't think he will. I think he's going to roll it out there with what he has and Tyler Algier and see what he gets. Mr. Kyle Pitts got him 3.7. Not great. But Christopher is 2-0. He got 93 points. When you score 93 and you win, when you score 3 points and you win, you take it. Victories are victories. Christopher is inching closer to the rarely reached pinnacle of the playoffs. So congratulations, Christopher, on your 2-0 start to the season. And Michael, I have much faith in you in rebounding from 0-2. Next, let's just get my matchup out of the way. Congratulations, Kyle, and happy birthday for your victory. Joe Burrow got hurt. It didn't matter. He had Devontae Adams. He had Jonathan Taylor. He had Alvin Kamara. He had Keenan Allen, all combined for about 70 points. Mark Andrews did nothing. It didn't matter. Baltimore defense absolutely ate my lunch with 17 points. And Kyle put up 103. There's nothing to talk about on my team. I scored 56 points. My kicker was my highest score. Thank you. Next, and last, this matchup, well, it was a rough week for the Antaki boys when it comes to football. My quarterback got concussed. My football team looked like shit. My fantasy team played like shit. And Andy's team is now 0-2 and in last place. I would say this is a spot where Andy should feel pretty comfortable. He's been there many times before. But, look, I'll just go over Andy's team quickly. Jimmy Gibbs showed up. Jackson and Smith and Jigba showed up. And Jake Bates showed up. Nobody else did. Justin Fields got him 4 points. Calvin Ridley got him 5.7. Ashton Genty got him 4.4. It's just 62 points of 62 points. And credit to Tom Gorman for getting his first victory of the season. 95 points. It's a good week. Mahomes played well. CeeDee Lamb played well. Tyreek Hill played well. 109 yards. Devonta Smith, you got to worry about those Philadelphia pass catchers. It's been ugly out there for them. But he got a good week out of Josh Jacobs. What else is new? And Tyler Loop with some nice big kicks for Mr. Gorman. So your victors this week were Kyle, Christopher, Luke, Jean Tui, Dylan Pugh, and Tom Corman. We have several teams that are 1-1, several teams that are 2-0, and a few teams that are 0-2. I think in the preview, not to spoil it, but there will be a matchup of 0-2 versus 0-2 where somebody will be 0-3. That is never good. Just ask Christopher. You do not want to be 0-3. So that is the recap. It was a slightly uneventful week. I think a couple of high-scoring guys within the hundreds, but all in all, I think we look for a little bit more consistency from some of the top players drafted, Derrick Henry included. And we would look to see who finds a way to get to 2-1, who falls to 1-2, who gets to 3-0, and dare I say, who gets to 0-3. Christopher, rest assured, it will not be you. Congratulations.